Hi guys, welcome to another lesson from Miss Evick. Today's lesson is going to be talking about and focusing on just what an exponent is. Exponents are pretty much a shorter way of doing a lot of multiplication of the same number. So let's try 2 to the third power. If I say power, that's the same thing as saying an exponent. So this is also 2 to the third power, same thing as saying 2 to the third exponent. Okay, now 2 to the third exponent, or 2 to the third power, is going to be 2 times 2 times 2. We multiply this base of 2, the big number, the regular size number is called a base. Here's your exponent. 3 is your exponent. So you take your base, multiply it together however many times you see this exponent. So I see I should multiply 2 together 3 times, which I have done. So if you put this in your calculator, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, if your question says simplify this exponent, you wouldn't write this form. You would not write 2 times 2 times 2. If you want to show your work, you could, but simplify is looking for this answer. Simplify means to find the answer. If it says write it in exponential form, you're looking at this guy. If it says to write it in expanded notation, that's this guy. Again, this is simplify, expanded notation, exponential notation. Let's try another one. Let's do 4 to the second power. 4 to the second power, I have my base of 4, my exponent is 2, so that means I take 4 and multiply it by that same number, 4 times 4, twice. 2 is my exponent, I multiply my base 2 times together. A lot of you, when I'm grading papers, for some reason you think this means addition. You add this together twice. That's not true. If you have an exponent, it means that you multiply it together twice. Here, my exponent is 3. I multiply 2 together 3 different times. I don't add this. I also don't take my base and multiply it by my exponent. I see a lot of that too. You don't do that. Here you don't take your base and multiply it. That's not good. It actually means your base times itself. This is your base times itself 3 times. So 4 times 4 is 16. Once again, to review the different terminology, here I have it in, I'm going to underline this in red. This is exponential notation. In green, this is expanded notation. And my answer, I'm going to box in with blue. This is to simplify. Simplify is to find your answer. I'm going to do one more and leave you with that. Let's try, I don't know, 6 to the fourth power. Again, what's my base? What's my exponent? How many times am I going to multiply my base together? Multiply, not add. How many times am I going to multiply it together? 4. That's my exponent. So this is 6 times 6 times 6 times, once more. Altogether you have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my exponent. Now, 6 times 6 is 36. Once again, times 6 gives you 216. Once more, multiply gives you 1,296. It's a pretty pitiful looking 9. Okay. And once again, let's go over the different types of vocabulary associated with this. Here I have exponential notation, expanded notation, and boxed in I have the simplified version. Simplified means to find your answer. I hope this was a good review for you. Remember the key things. Exponents you always multiply. Bye, guys.